all these Oscar nomination buzzes that are going around. You know, people are dropping Sean Penn, people are dropping Dwayne The Rock, people are dropping Daniel Day-Lewis, but we need to talk about Indy, the dog from the brand new film Good Boy. And the dog itself is, I'm going to read what the dog is. It is a Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever, and had to Google it because I wanted to make sure it was right, because I was so curious about what kind of dog this was. And it is actually the dog of the director, Ben Leonberg. It's his dog. A couple really wonderful things about this film. The first thing is, it is something new that I have not seen before in any type of film, specifically in a horror or thriller film. And it is a film that is completely done from the dog's perspective. And it covers a lot of themes as well. It covers dog and human relationships, the ownership of a dog, and how dogs have this other sense. And you hear a lot about how dogs are very keen and they can pick up on different type of things that we can't even see, or that we don't hear, or we don't feel, and dogs are known to do that. And this film plays into that very well. Some of the cinematography is really captivating because you're seeing it at his level at all times, and that was something completely different. You actually don't even see the face of the owner until you're way into the film, which was really clever. The film is pinned as a horror film, but I really got a sense that it was super thriller in a lot of ways. There was these thrilling moments. There were a couple little jumps that I did. The film is very dark, so I would suggest that make sure you're in a dark setting, because I was kind of not in a complete dark setting at the time period that I watched it, and sometimes it was hard for me to see like what the dog was seeing in the darkness. I know it was there, but just because of the way that I was watching it, it was kind of a little tough for me to see. This film does not have a lot of dialogue at all. This is meant to be visual storytelling, which I commend any director to do that just alone, and then throw in an animal to have to work with. I mean, I could only imagine what a set day looked like, but that you need to know that going into that there is not a lot of dialogue. You have to follow the visuals and the tension and everything else that's going on in a scene to really get a feel for what this movie is about. I didn't really understand at times the story, and it's not the story. I'm going to let you know that it's not the story. I don't get half the time when I'm watching horror films, I don't understand the plot lines. And I talk about this all the time when I'm reviewing horror movies, that I'm like, I was lost, I didn't know where the story was going, or it didn't make sense to me. Again, because it's not my genre, but I know tons of other people that love horror. They're going to get it. They're going to school me on it, and I can't wait. I'm giving this a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm giving it an extra half star out of the original 3, just because this dog is so damn good. Now, I will tell you, there were moments in this film where the dog, it was uncomfortable for me to watch some of the scenes that the dog was going through, and again, made me a little uneasy. But overall, it's a solid film. It's a really creative way and a new take on horror that I have not seen done before, and I'm sure maybe others can school me on that as well, that probably there may be other films that are similar in nature, but this was new for me, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. So 3.5 out of 5 stars, Good Boy, out now in theaters.